Hey guys, you know that we have been looking at the Gran Max by Daihatsu to possibly buy. Well, we haven't yet bought one, but we did rent one that we're going to take and drive around some today and see where we end up. But here it is. Let's go take a look at it. All right, so this is the Gran Max, and it has been used by a business for a couple of years. And so this is a 2013 model, and it's got 91,000 miles on it. So that'll give us an idea of how it holds up, right? So you can kind of see here the seats and the carpet. Let's go take a look at the back. All right, so I think that renting a car with a lot of miles on it will give us a good idea of what it's going to be like. All right, so you see some wear on the carpet, dirt on the ceiling, and so yeah, give us an idea here. So let's go ahead and get in the car and go drive it around. All right, first test, it started. That's good.
It is my
Now we're gonna try to turn around on our little tiny road.
I'll get you back, Mama.
No power steering in this guy. The new ones have power steering.
Tell me how far I can go, okay?
Okay, more.
No seat belts in the back, so it's just
More.
guiding us.
Okay.
You got it.
Yay.
Wow, so it turned around in a pretty tight spot. No problem. So let's see the first kind of feelings about the car. Jules, what do you think about driving this car versus driving your motorcycle?
So far, so good. I'm up a lot higher than I am on my motorcycle. My hair is not going crazy. It's not going to get all knotted from the wind. I was able to bring a lot more stuff that I wouldn't have. Bottles of water, jackets, things like that. So that's pretty cool. I feel like I have more rules I need to follow though, like stay in the lines.
So what we're going to do on this trip, we're going to switch about every 30 minutes or so. So switch back and forth so that we each get an opportunity to drive the car in different situations and different locations, and yeah, have time to reflect on that time of driving before we start driving it again. Here's the view from Julie's face. And so the gear shifter's right here, 5-speed. This is the air conditioner. It does not have a heater in it, which I don't know why you'd want one here, but it doesn't have a heater in it. And so you just control it here off to cold, and then the fan, clock, and got a glare on there. And then you have the radio right there. Dome light. Windows, manual, just plastic. All right guys, we've just had a little bit of ice cream here at McDonald's, and now it is my turn to give the car a try. This will actually be the first time that I've driven a car in Indonesia further than about 100 yards, Jules.
Yeah. Are you scared?
Not yet. I haven't started it yet. All right, so
I do wish my seatbelt worked.
Yes, your seatbelt doesn't work.
This one doesn't work.
Oh, clutch in. There we go.
Let's go.
Ready to go.
Sit down. There's a car behind you.
Shift on this side first. Reverse. Reverse. Set of gear. Car behind me.
You're okay.
All right, here we go. I'm doing good so far.
Turn it.
Good, good. Good, good. No problemos. All right. That's good. Perfect. It's on this side. All right, here we go. We're off. All right, so we're gonna pull out of the parking lot here at McDonald's. We're gonna head north on a street called Magelang Street. You guys are falling over. And then I'm gonna stop vlogging. Alright, so it was only you guys that crashed, and we're doing fine here. We're cruising. We're in third gear now, going about 45 kilometers an hour. We need to shift down into fourth. So just changed drivers. I drove for about a half an hour or so out of Yogyakarta to the north, and we're gonna, hey, there's a gas station. We're actually gonna be heading to the town called Daihatsu. That's where we're gonna go today. It's not really very far. It's like 75 miles. But Google Maps says it takes like 3.5 hours to get there, and so that's where we're heading. And so my first impressions of driving. First of all, let me say I did not kill anybody. My first time driving any distance in Indonesia.
Didn't even run over anybody.
Didn't even run over anybody, that's right. And so what do I think about the car? It's pretty cool. The gears are really, it's really low geared, but that's probably because it's only, at least the new ones, this one might even be smaller, but the new ones are 1,500 cc's. And so when you're going about 60 kilometers an hour, you're already in 5th gear. And so top speed, I'm guessing, is 80 to 100 kilometers an hour, probably around there. And not that on this trip, I don't think we're even going to get up to 80. Maybe later if we're traveling at night, maybe when there's not a lot of traffic. But besides that, it's cool. It drives, and there's really no blind spots. I mean, like, look at that. You can see everywhere, which is pretty cool. Jules, this is your second time driving?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So far, so good. I haven't killed anybody either.
Sweet. Hey guys, I don't remember if I told you this or not, but the Gran Max costs around $9,000 to $10,000 US. And with that, there's a couple things missing that we might normally have in a car in America. 2 of those are the front airbags, right? Driver's or passenger side airbag and driver's side airbag are non-existent. Plus the seat belts in the back, right? There are no seat belts in the back. The only 2 seat belts that you get are these 2 up here. Although I bet you could probably get seat belts installed in that rear bench seat. This is what riding with Julie is like. Maybe you're also wondering how we are navigating this trip. Well, check it out. Google Maps. All right, we're using Google Maps here. Straight, please.
Straight.
Well, kind of straight and to the right. Let's see. You want to go to the right-ish if you have opportunity. And it even shows you the traffic conditions as well. So Google says we turn off of the main road and head down here.
Weird to me. Google know where we want to go?
Google knows where we want to go.
Okay.
On the map, this road cuts off like a big triangle, a big chunk of the road, and goes diagonal across. So we should be good. Let me put you guys out the window. Alright, so Google took us down into this neighborhood, and the streets are super small. Like where we're supposed to turn, that street was actually blocked by some type of ceremony, probably a religious ceremony. And then the next one was super small. So we're just turning around and heading back out to the main road and going the long way. Yeah, just?
Yeah. A little too tight.
Here's actually the road we're supposed to... Nope, that ain't it. So I'll just show you out the window. This is the road we're supposed to go down.
A funeral.
Yeah, it was a funeral. Indonesian campaigners.
At least they're going the other direction. Ooh, they're loud.
Alright guys, so we have been on the road now for about 2.5 hours or so, and the road has gotten very narrow. We have been practicing. I was driving for a little while, then now Julie's driving, and we're practicing keeping the passenger side tires actually on the road. And So
Hard to
anyway,
do.
it's kind of hard to do when you got big trucks over here and other cars on this side of the road. And the road is like one lane for back home.
Yeah, like look at this. What am I supposed to do here?
See, like that car. Yeah.
There's no lines.
So anyway, we're up a little higher now. Seems like it's a little cooler out there.
A lot of tobacco farms.
Yeah, lots of tobacco farming up here in this area. And it kind of looks like that. So I think we're learning a lesson about Google Maps. We need to confirm the map with some other source because this is taking us on some super tiny roads. You want to go right left here. Like this. And it shouldn't be this way to get to Dieng, in my opinion. All right guys, so this is the road that Google Maps is taking us on. We're switching drivers right now. It is seriously one lane, and I gotta get in.
Wow, that's too close.
Whew. All right, I'm back in the car now. That motorcycle needed to get by. All right, so guys, we are in the middle of nowhere and super tiny roads. Like the road that Google tells us to turn on, the car won't even fit through the cement blocks that are like gauging the size of the road on what size or what width of a car can go through there. And it's almost dark now. So what we're gonna do is turn around and go back through these really narrow roads and anyway, get back to the main road again, and then we're just going to end up having to go back to Jogja because we are far. To go all the way back down there and then come back around to Dieng where we were thinking we might go is not going to work tonight. It's already almost dark. And so guys, we just stopped here at the gas station to take a little break and kind of relax a little bit. It's been a little bit stressful. The hardest part is trying to keep the passenger side tires on the road, right? Because it's so narrow, and feeling like I'm going over the center line and in the other lane, and when other cars are coming and trucks and things. And so, yes, learning experience, and yeah, a good adventure. Anyway, we're gonna get back in, continue on our trip. We probably got about another 2 hours at least before we get back home. All right, let's go. Well guys, we made it back home here. And yeah, the roads just got so narrow that we couldn't make it anymore, as you already saw in the video. But yeah, so I really learned two things today from our trip. One is the Grand Max is good enough. Yeah, it's not great, but it's good enough. It can go up really steep hills. You know, the gearing is low enough that 100 or 1,500 cc's, you can climb up anything. It's fine for that. Its top speed is not going to be very fast, but we never even went over 80 kilometers an hour today on the whole trip, right? It took hours and hours to go probably less than 150 miles. And so that's probably not going to be a problem. Also, another thing that I learned today was not to trust Google Maps here in Indonesia the same way that we might trust it, you know, back home. And so it took us through those little villages and through those little tiny roads until finally we couldn't go any further. Like literally the car would not fit anymore. And so there was a much better way to get to Dieng than the way that it tried to take us. And it was one of the other routes. I just didn't choose the other one because I didn't know. And so we need to confirm the routes with Google Maps with some other source before we actually follow them. Alright guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on our next adventure here in Indonesia. Talk to you later. Bye.